Lately, it has been drugstore video after drugstore video on my channel. I have bombarded you with new drugstore releases and I'm here to make amends. I have criminally neglected indie makeup and I just want to play with some sparkly goodness, some new blushes, some new bronzers. I have some very exciting things to try out with you to show you, so let's get into it. So I made an order from Glaminatrix a little while ago that has been sitting here waiting for me to get some attention, and I also got a PR package. Well, actually this is from multiple PR packages. I got a PR package from What's Up Beauty with their blushes and with some bronzers and some brushes. I think a few weeks ago, and we're just gonna try some things out. I think I want to start out with the eyeshadow. So for the eyeshadow, I bought one of the new 6 pens that Glaminatrix has come out with. I went with the Entrancing Eyes eyeshadow palette, and this is a more like pinky purpley cool toned one, right up my alley, exactly what I want in my life. I love these kind of tones. The swatches of course looked amazing. Glaminatrix is one of my favorite eyeshadow brands. I also grabbed a few singles from them, from their Glimmering Creatures and also from their like festive multicolored sparkle bundles that I have been eyeing for such a long time. So these are the 5 singles that I have grabbed. I've been getting more and more into singles. I put my kind of like neutrally pink and my purple palettes, single palettes that I made in my like the glitter and organization of my singles. I put them on my desk and I've actually already done 2 looks with singles this year. That is 2 more than I did in all of 2024, I think. Maybe I did like 1 or 2 looks with some new singles from Own Side, but that was it. It feels like I completely neglected my singles, but Glaminatrix is a brand that gets me into singles, that can convince me to try some singles. I will put up some swatches with the names, but these look absolutely amazing, very sparkly. Alright, I'm already wearing some eye primer. We're gonna start out the look with the Entrancing Eyes eyeshadow palette. I think I'm just gonna go into the shade Gorgeous first. And I think I'm just gonna do a look with this palette and then add in maybe like 1 or 2 singles. I just washed my brushes, which I am so happy about. They get dirty so quickly, especially if I do a lot of kind of like sparkly looks. Okay, let's start out with the shade Gorgeous. This is just a cool tone taupey, slightly rosy transition shade. Really, really pretty. I like that this kind of tone is in here. It doesn't do like a crazy lot, but it's gonna be great for blending. By the way, I am not filming a buy or skip video this week, but there are so many launches happening and so many things that I want to talk to you about and so many things that I want to know your opinion on. So I have been posting some community tab like posts. If you would like to vote or let your opinion be known there, I would greatly appreciate it, because I do use the buy or skip videos to kind of like know what your thoughts are, what your opinions are, what you want to see. And now I don't have that while so much is happening. Like sometimes there are weeks that I'm like, okay, do I even need to do a buy or skip video? Nothing is happening, but this week is kind of crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go into Enticing. And I'm just gonna do that with the same brush. I love the shape of brush. This is the E06 from Singe. And I'm just gonna deepen up with the purple. I don't think I want to go into the pink today. I just really want to keep it smoky and purpley and just kind of see what kind of look we can do that isn't super like pinky berry. So just kind of stamping and then blending. This is looking good. I'm liking that a lot. I really like these colors together. I think I would also really love that purple as a liner shade. I'm just gonna blend out the edge a little bit. You might hear my washing machine in the background. Do you mind background noises? I always feel so bad about like background noises, like people yelling on the street or my washing machine or my cat. But I also see a lot of comments, not on my videos, but just on other people's videos, where people say that they really don't care about the background noise and they find it annoying if YouTubers comment on the background noise and apologize for the background noise. So do you find background noise annoying? Let me know. I need to know for my peace of mind. Okay, just using Gorgeous on the lower lash line. Honestly, it doesn't look like it does a lot, but I do feel like it really helps the blend. Then enticing as well. And blending again. Yes, I love this tone of kind of like eggplanty purple. Okay, I'm gonna go into shade Captivate. That one looks amazing. Feels super, super creamy, and it's kind of like a green to bronze to purple. Love that. It's so pigmented and super like sparkly. That is intense. Like you only need to grab a tiny bit actually, but it's hard to grab a tiny bit because it's so creamy. And I blend the edges a little bit. And I did get quite a bit of fog on my face, but I haven't put on any skin tint or anything like that, so I think it's gonna be okay in the end. Let's try one of the single shimmers. So it is pretty hard to choose something here, but I think I want to grab something from the sparkly multicolored sparkle shades. I think I'm gonna go with the shade Sparkle. So this shade over here, this one is Sparkle. Gonna take that on my finger, and this one really has that multicolored sparkle effect. That one is a little bit more like almost light and airy, a little bit see-through compared to that shimmer we just put on the lid. That is really nice. That is really like easy to use. That is really, really pretty. I do love the singles from Glaminatrix. And they work really well as toppers as well. And now for the inner corner. Let's see, I think I want to grab a shade from the palette. I think I'm gonna go with Entrancing. That one seems kind of like a pink to yellowy duochrome. Really pretty. These are stunning shimmers in the palette. And then I think I'm gonna grab a little bit of Bewitch and I'm gonna put that on my lower lash line. That one also seems like a duochrome, but it has something a little bit more, I don't know, almost bluish about it. Okay, I'm gonna do my mascara and also gonna grab some tea. I'm thirsty. So this is the look with mascara. I'm really, really liking it. I do feel like I need to bring this in a little bit more, the purple. But I'm really, really liking that. Really feeling this look so far. Okay, I have some bronzers from What's Up Beauty. I have some blushes from What's Up Beauty. And I have some blushes from Glaminatrix. I think I'm just gonna start out with the bronzers by What's Up Beauty. I got the new Cheek Tear bronzers from them. I got two shades. I have here 20 medium and 30 tan. I think tan is probably gonna be too deep for me. I did hear that these were pretty lightly pigmented. I think probably the shade medium is gonna work for me the best. I'm a little scared that it's gonna be a little bit on the warm side, but we're just gonna try it out because I have found that sometimes bronzers may seem a little too warm, but then as I blend it out, it does look pretty natural on me. Like I'm not fully cool toned, I'm more of a neutral to cool. I also got some brushes from them. I've never tried brushes from them before. I have the R203 and this is a, well, it doesn't say here, but I believe on the boxes it did say which was which for which was which. I think the R203 is gonna be a bronzer brush probably, and the R202 I think is gonna be the blush brush. And I think I'm just gonna start with applying bronzer. And I'm not wearing a skin tint. I've debated putting a skin tint on, but I just don't feel like it. So I'm gonna take a little bit of medium. It looks a little warm. I feel like the lightest shade was that is a little on the warm side. More pigmented than I expected, but of course I'm pretty fair, so blended out it is looking quite nice though. I do like it blended out. I don't feel like it's too deep on me. I just didn't expect it to be really pigmented because of some reviews, but of course, like, there have been some things that people have given pretty bad reviews with like a light to medium skin tone that I have really enjoyed because I have a very light skin tone. And I feel like even though when I apply quite a bit of this, I can really easily blend it out, and I am just applying this a little bit more higher up, really as a bronzer, because it is a little bit more warm toned. It is quite a matte bronzer, which I can definitely enjoy. I have matte bronzers that I do really like. It doesn't have to be glowy for me with a bronzer for sure. And I think it blends really easily. It's quite a nice shade for me, I think. I do feel like the difference between this shade and the tan shade seems pretty minimal in the swatches. I don't feel like there's much of a like difference between them. I think this is a pretty cute bronzer. I definitely have to try it again, have to try it with different bases and with a different brush. Like this brush is definitely a lot different from what I usually use, but I do think this is a nice natural effect. It's not too matte, it's not too flat, it's just quite a nice color, I think, for me. Like so far so good, but it's not like a right away a favorite. I definitely have to try it out more. Then we have the blushes. We have 4 shades of blush. I actually bought one of these blushes at Marlie when I didn't know that these were gonna be sent to me. I bought the shade Gentle Genova 40, and this was actually a bit of a mistake. I didn't focus. I was stressed at the time because my Cosmic Beauty This Is Season palette had been lost. I was too stressed about that, I admit. But in that order, I ordered my This Is Season palette and I ordered this blush, and I was just stressed all around. And this is actually the blush that is probably the least a Marlie color, because it's a little bit more on the warmer, darker sides. These other ones all look really like beautiful, amazing shades. I am very excited about them, especially Peaceful Pizza. By the way, the packaging of all of this, like the bronzers and the blushes, the packaging is absolutely amazing. And I do like the kind of like vein effects. I usually really like baked like blushes and bronzers as well. Like this is really my type of launch, so I'm pretty excited to finally try one of these blushes. I haven't tried any of them on my cheeks and I just swatched them, so I'm just gonna apply the 10 shades, so the lightest shade. And I did hear that these were pretty lightly pigmented, so we're gonna see. That's really pretty. Oh, I really liked it. It has kind of like a natural finish. It looks super like smooth and kind of like blurry and perfected. This one has like the perfect amount of pigmentation for me, for someone with my skin tone. That went on beautifully. I think the blushes are probably gonna be my favorites from this line. I do really like the slight sheen that this has. It's not glittery in any way. It has a slight sheen which makes it look really skin-like. I think that is gorgeous. That's really beautiful. Okay, I really, really like this one. The Peaceful Pizza, beautiful. I can't wait to try the other shades as well on my cheeks. Should I try a little bit of another shade as well? Maybe I will apply a little bit of Relax Roma as well. So this is kind of like the more mauve shade. I'll apply a little bit on my apples. Ooh. The glow on these, like you can definitely see a glow, but it's in a very like lovely natural way. I really liked it. This, I have a really good feeling about this blush formula. I really like it. Just gonna blend the edges a little with a clean brush. Okay, I do feel like this is gonna look very different from what we're gonna be doing on the other cheek. I bought finally 3 shades of the liquid blushes from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. These are the cheek and lip flush, and I feel like these were in so many people's favorites last year, and I have been eyeing them and eyeing them and eyeing them, and then finally they actually came out with new shades that really like got me excited, convinced me in the end, because those shades that they had in the first lineup, they were nice, but I didn't feel like they were my perfect shades. And now we have Soft, which is a light pink, a little bit more on the peachy side. We have Tender, which is a cool tone pink. Truly has a little bit almost of a purpley undertone. And then we also have the shade Sweet, which is a true red shade. Looks really nice. I love a red blush. When I swatched these, I could tell that these have a little bit of a like softer pigmentation, which I do really enjoy. I'm gonna try and match the other cheek a little bit with the color, so I'm gonna go with the shade Soft. These have a really small doe foot applicator, which seems like the perfect way to apply a lip and cheek tint like this. Very excited to finally try these because people have been raving and raving about these, and I have just not had the chance. Well, I could have bought them, but I was waiting for these colors that they also had shown on their Instagram story, I think at some point, and I got so excited. This is really beautiful. Not at all similar to the other cheek, but that is gorgeous. I love it when blushes look good on bare skin. I just think that really truly shows if something is a good blush. If a blush can make bare skin look good and look smooth, that really tells me something about the quality and the pigmentation and just the way it sits on the skin. It shouldn't emphasize imperfections. It should just like smooth everything over. So I think this is a gorgeous looking formula that was really easy to do. I'm just gonna see if I can use the residue over here to kind of like match that, sort of. Okay, let's all just forget that these are two different blushes. Or I can use a little bit of the Relaxed Roma shade. I will have very blushy cheeks, but this is a try on. This is just a makeup playtime. That's what this is, okay? I'm not going anywhere after this. Don't you worry. Don't get nervous. I'm gonna be home. The only one who has to look at a crazy makeup face basically every day is my boyfriend and my cat. And honestly, I feel like they're used to it by now. Okay, I think these cheeks are looking good. I like both formulas a lot. Can't wait to play with them more. So far, the makeup is looking really nice. What else are we doing today? Okay, let me first fix my brows because this is bothering me. Okay, the brows are on. I tried to use the triangular eyebrow pen from, where did I even put it now? From L'Oreal again, and I don't know. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Okay, I also got, I think a few months ago, the Egyptian Queen lipstick from What's a Beauty, and I haven't touched these because these are so beautiful. The embossing in the lipstick is so beautiful that I didn't dare. I was so scared to mess these up. Usually I don't have that issue, but I didn't want to touch them. We have shades Ankh, Eye of Ra, and Siva, and these all look really beautiful. I don't know what would suit this look the best. This is very kind of peachy. That one is Siva, and this one is Eye of Ra, which is a little bit like a different sort of peachy. Like when I swatched these out, I was like, oh, okay, so those are the differences. One of them is a little bit more mauve. This one is more red. Okay, definitely one of the first two. Let's go with this shade. So the one in Siba. And this seems like a very, what do I have here? And this seems like a very matte, opaque, smooth lipstick. Like that is pigment. It just turns a little bit more cool toned, I feel, as you swatch it. It's a bit more of a stiff lipstick, but it does feel really nice. But that is such a nice color. I didn't think it was gonna be this cool toned. That is a really nice looking lipstick. A really nice looking color. I do feel like I need a little bit of a lip liner, but this look is coming out quite nicely. I'm liking it. That's a nice, smooth lipstick. I feel like I was a little bit all over the place in this video. I was really just chilling. I hope I gave you the information that you wanted from this video. If you want to know anything else, if anything isn't clear, please let me know in the comments. I will answer your questions. Okay, the products that I've tried. By the way, the look in the end, I'm loving it, loving it. I think I look amazing like this. Love the look. Okay. The eyeshadow, love it, great. Can't wait to use it again. The cheek products. The bronzer, I have to play with it a little bit more. It hasn't really wowed me right away. The What's Up Beauty Baked Blushes. Stunning. I love the effect on the skin. It's so skin-like, it's so natural. I love the amount of pigmentation. For me, this is a really nice, easy to wear blush formula with a lot of colors that I really am gonna enjoy and really enjoy. Like, I really love the 2 shades that I tried so far. The Cheek Flush, of course, by Glaminatrix, I have to try a little bit more. It was just a quick one cheek application, but I do really love the amount of pigmentation. Once again, it was really easy to blend. I love the color. It just looks so bright and fresh, and it just has a hint of glowiness to it, but it's not like, I don't know, it's not like sticky. Of course, I put a little bit of a powder blush on top, but it was not like heavy feeling or like too sticky or balmy. It was just a really easy to use blush with a natural finish. The lipstick, I am really liking the color of this one. I'm really liking the way my lips are looking. It has almost a little bit of a satin sheen to it. It does look very nice and smooth. Love the color. I did apply a little bit of a lip liner. I did apply the Maybelline Lifter Liner in shade, I always forget the name of these, on it. So yeah, actually this lipstick is a very pleasant surprise. I don't feel like I've heard people like raving about it, but it's so lovely. It doesn't feel too dry. I really, really love this color. I can definitely see myself wearing this again and fully enjoying it. Okay, that's gonna be indie makeup playtime. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had too. And we'll see you in my next video. Bye.